So let's get out there on the ground. All eyes on the coast. As this powerful nor'easter continues to strengthen, North Carolina expected to see some of the biggest impacts from this storm. Winter storm warnings have been issued across the entire state, and the National Weather Service warns for life-threatening blizzard conditions across coastal cities. Just off the coast, you've got Greenville, North Carolina, right up the river there. And that's where we find Fox Weather Meteorologist Haley Meier joining us live from the campus of ECU Pirates, East Carolina University. Haley, how are things looking for you so far?
You know what, Jane? It's been pretty good here at East Carolina. I said Eastern at the top of the hour. I got a little bit of flack online for that. Rightfully so. I get mad when people call us Mississippi University. East Carolina University, ECU, yeah. Home to the Pirates. Everything here is just full-blown university. We've had a couple of college students driving by. They're excited about the snow, rightfully so, especially because it's not ice. I've lived through an ice storm in college. Not fun. I'm sure folks at Ole Miss, they're still dealing with that. I mean, still in Lafayette County from last week's big-time snowstorm, over 13,000 customers left without power. Power starting to come back. Power outages here, not really a problem. And that's because of two separate things. Number one, it's a very dry, or not dry, but it's a very light, fluffy snow. So it's easier to get blown around by the wind. So that's a problem with blizzard conditions, but it's not as heavy as you're going to be talking about with a wet, dense snow that we saw just last week. And so that is a function of just how cold it is outside. Typically for a snow to liquid ratio down south, we're talking about a 10 to 1, a 7 to 1, not 15 to 1. And what that ratio is just 1 inch of precipitable water in the atmosphere equates to how much in terms of. You ready for the snow?
Hey, my mama named Jennifer Covington. Shout her out.
Don't wait in the middle of the road. Go, be careful. People here, man, they have a good time, but yikes. He stopped in the middle of the road. The good news is the roads are okay right now. They've done a really good job making sure that things are brined and salted. They've been doing that for the last couple of days. They said that they've got about 12 snow plows that are moving around across the city. It's about 700 miles, though, worth of roads that they're going to have to cover across the Greenville area. This town is about 87,000, give or take, and about 25 to 35,000 people that go to the campus as well. So you total that up, we're at over 100,000 people that live over here in Greenville. So a lot of folks that they have to cater to today. Right now, the snow is just barely starting to accumulate. If you look on some of the sidewalks behind me, you can start to see a little bit of that. But overall, I would say impacts very minimal right now, but it's not stopping in terms of the snow all the way through tonight and heading into even early tomorrow morning. So likely our shots tomorrow when we get up, we'll probably have at least 6 inches of snow. That's my guess. But it has been a big problem for air travel. We were talking about Charlotte. That was a big issue. Raleigh, a very troublesome airport right now, although they haven't seen much in the way of snow at this point. About 145 canceled flights, give or take, from the Raleigh-Durham International Airport. So that's going to be a big-time problem for folks across the weekend. And then the wind and the cold, that's what really is going to settle in for tomorrow and Monday. We're talking temperatures into the teens. We have an extreme cold warning goes in effect here 7 p.m. tonight, and then it will be finishing off tomorrow early morning. Temperatures will slowly climb back into the midweek, but thankfully, if you like the snow, it'll stick around for at least a couple of days. So if you need any sleds, you can't get them from Charlotte per Bob's last live shot. Sleds totally sold out. I haven't checked here, so maybe some sleds are still available.
Listen, I think you're right. Snow is going to start to pick up as this nor'easter continues to deepen off the coast. Doesn't seem too windy for you just yet, but I mean, still, wind gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour. Oh, that's going to make that cold air even more biting. Haley, we're going to check back in with you again out of Greenville, North Carolina. Thanks for the update.